A smart card, SC, chip card, or integrated circuit card, ICC or IC card, is a card used to control access to a resource. It is typically a plastic credit card-sized card with an embedded integrated circuit, IC, chip. Many smart cards include a pattern of metal contacts to electrically connect to the internal chip. Others are contactless, and some are both. Smart cards can provide personal identification, authentication, data storage, and application processing. Applications include identification, financial, public transit, computer security, schools, and healthcare. Smart cards may provide strong security authentication for single sign-on, SSO, within organizations. Numerous nations have deployed smart cards throughout their populations. The Universal Integrated Circuit Card, UICC, for mobile phones, installed as pluggable SIM card or embedded eSIM, is also a type of smart card. As of 2015, 10.5 billion smart card IC chips are manufactured annually, including 5.44 billion SIM card IC chips. Smart cards serve as credit or ATM cards, fuel cards, mobile phone SIMs, authorization cards for pay television, household utility prepayment cards, high-security identification and access badges, and public transport and public phone payment cards. Smart cards may also be used as electronic wallets. The smart card chip can be loaded with funds to pay parking meters, vending machines, or merchants. Cryptographic protocols protect the exchange of money between the smart card and the machine. No connection to a bank is needed. The holder of the card may use it even if not the owner. Examples are Proton, Geldcard, Chipnip, and Moneo. The German Geldcard is also used to validate customer age at vending machines for cigarettes. Smart cards can authenticate identity. Sometimes they employ a public key infrastructure, PKI. The card stores an encrypted digital certificate issued from the PKI provider along with other relevant information. Examples include the U.S. Department of Defense, DoD, Common Access Card, CAC, and other cards used by other governments for their citizens. If they include biometric identification data, cards can provide superior 2- or 3-factor authentication. Smart cards are not always privacy-enhancing, because the subject may carry incriminating information on the card. Contactless smart cards that can be read from within a wallet or even a garment simplify authentication, however, criminals may access data from these cards. Smart cards, used as transit passes, and integrated ticketing are used by many public transit operators. Card users may also make small purchases using the cards. Some operators offer points for usage, exchanged at retailers or for other benefits. Smart cards can be used as a security token. Mozilla's Firefox web browser can use smart cards to store certificates for use in secure web browsing. Some disk encryption systems, such as Veracrypt and Microsoft's BitLocker, can use smart cards to securely hold encryption keys, and also to add another layer of encryption to critical parts of the secured disk. GNU-PG, the well-known encryption suite, also supports storing keys in a smart card. Smart cards are also used for single sign-on to log on to computers. Smart cards are being provided to students at some schools and colleges. Uses include tracking student attendance as an electronic purse, to pay for items at canteens, vending machines, laundry facilities, etc. Tracking and monitoring food choices at the canteen, to help the student maintain a healthy diet. Tracking loans from the school library. Access control for admittance to restricted buildings, dormitories, and other facilities. This requirement may be enforced at all times, such as for a laboratory containing valuable equipment, or just during after-hours periods, such as for an academic building that is open during class times, but restricted to authorized personnel at night, depending on security needs. Access to transportation services. Smart health cards can improve the security and privacy of patient information, provide a secure carrier for portable medical records, reduce healthcare fraud, support new processes for portable medical records, provide secure access to emergency medical information, enable compliance with government initiatives, example organ donation and mandates, and provide the platform to implement other applications as needed by the healthcare organization. Other uses. Smart cards are widely used to encrypt digital television streams. Video guard is a specific example of how smart card security worked. Smart cards have been advertised as suitable for personal identification tasks, because they are engineered to be tamper-resistant. The chip usually implements some cryptographic algorithm. There are, however, several methods for recovering some of the algorithm's internal state. Differential power analysis involves measuring the precise time and electric current required for certain encryption or decryption operations. This can deduce the on-chip private key used by public key algorithms such as RSA. Some implementations of symmetric ciphers can be vulnerable to timing or power attacks as well. Smart cards can be physically disassembled by using acid, abrasives, solvents, or some other technique to obtain unrestricted access to the onboard microprocessor. Although such techniques may involve a risk of permanent damage to the chip, they permit much more detailed information, example photomicrographs of encryption hardware, to be extracted. The benefits of smart cards are directly related to the volume of information and applications that are programmed for use on a card. A single contact/contactless smart card can be programmed with multiple banking credentials, medical entitlement, driver's license/public transport entitlement, loyalty programs, and club memberships to name just a few. Multi-factor and proximity authentication can and has been embedded into smart cards to increase the security of all services on the card. For example, a smart card can be programmed to only allow a contactless transaction if it is also within range of another device like a uniquely paired mobile phone. This can significantly increase the security of the smart card. Governments and regional authorities save money because of improved security, better data, and reduced processing costs. These savings help reduce public budgets or enhance public services. There are many examples in the UK, many using a common open LASSEO specification. Individuals have better security and more convenience with using smart cards that perform multiple services. For example, they only need to replace one card if their wallet is lost or stolen. The data storage on a card can reduce duplication, and even provide emergency medical information. The first main advantage of smart cards is their flexibility. Smart cards have multiple functions which simultaneously can be an ID, a credit card, a stored value cash card, and a repository of personal information such as telephone numbers or medical history. The card can be easily replaced if lost, and the requirement for a PIN, or other form of security, provides additional security from unauthorized access to information by others. At the first attempt to use it illegally, the card would be deactivated by the card reader itself. The second main advantage is security. Smart cards can be electronic key rings, giving the bearer ability to access information and physical places without need for online connections. They are encryption devices, so that the user can encrypt and decrypt information without relying on unknown, and therefore potentially untrustworthy, appliances such as ATMs. Smart cards are very flexible in providing authentication at different level of the bearer and the counterpart. Finally, with the information about the user that smart cards can provide to the other parties, they are useful devices for customizing products and services. Other general benefits of smart cards are portability, increasing data storage capacity, reliability that is virtually unaffected by electrical and magnetic fields. Smart cards and electronic commerce. Smart cards can be used in electronic commerce, over the internet, though the business model used in current electronic commerce applications still cannot use the full feature set of the electronic medium. An advantage of smart cards for electronic commerce is their use customized services. For example, for the service supplier to deliver the customized service, the user may need to provide each supplier with their profile, a boring and time-consuming activity. A smart card can contain a non-encrypted profile of the bearer, so that the user can get customized services even without previous contacts with the supplier. Disadvantages: the plastic or paper card in which the chip is embedded is fairly flexible. The larger the chip, the higher the probability that normal use could damage it. Cards are often carried in wallets or pockets, a harsh environment for a chip and antenna in contactless cards. PVC cards can crack or break if bent/flexed excessively. However, for large banking systems, failure management costs can be more than offset by fraud reduction. The production, use, and disposal of PVC plastic is known to be more harmful to the environment than other plastics. Alternative materials including chlorine-free plastics and paper are available for some smart applications. If the account holder's computer hosts malware, the smart card security model may be broken. Malware can override the communication, both input via keyboard and output via application screen, between the user and the application. Man-in-the-browser malware, example the Trojan silent banker, could modify a transaction, unnoticed by the user. Banks like Fortis and Belfius in Belgium and Rabobank, Random Reader, in the Netherlands combine a smart card with an unconnected card reader to avoid this problem. The customer enters a challenge received from the bank's website, a PIN, and the transaction amount into the reader. The reader returns an 8-digit signature. This signature is manually entered into the personal computer and verified by the bank, preventing point-of-sale malware from changing the transaction amount. Smart cards have also been the targets of security attacks. These attacks range from physical invasion of the card's electronics, to non-invasive attacks that exploit weaknesses in the card's software or hardware. The usual goal is to expose private encryption keys and then read and manipulate secure data such as funds. Once an attacker develops a non-invasive attack for a particular smart card model, he or she is typically able to perform the attack on other cards of that model in seconds, often using equipment that can be disguised as a normal smart card reader. While manufacturers may develop new card models with additional information security, it may be costly or inconvenient for users to upgrade vulnerable systems. Tamper-evident and audit features in a smart card system help manage the risks of compromised cards. Another problem is the lack of standards for functionality and security. To address this problem, the Berlin Group launched the Aerodane project to propose a new functional and security framework for smart card-based point of interaction (POI) equipment. A smart card is a physical plastic card containing an embedded integrated chip acting as a security token. The chip can be an embedded microcontroller or a memory chip. Smart cards with an embedded microcontroller have the distinct ability to store data, carry out on-card functions like encryption and mutual authentication, and interact with a smart card reader. In addition, they are tamper-resistant and protect in-memory information using encryption. So, they are robust and secure, ideal for everyday use. How do smart cards work? A smart card needs a card reader to work correctly. It cannot function in isolation. Smart cards contain a chip consisting of a contact pad, which makes electronic interaction between itself and the card reader possible. The working process of a smart card is comprised of the following steps. First, the smart card makes contact with the card reader, either directly or indirectly. The smart card reader receives the information stored on the chip. This information is sent to the controlling terminal for immediate processing. The chip exchanges data with card readers through a serial interface either through direct physical contact or via short-range wireless connectivity standards like RFID or NFC. Advantages of smart cards. The main advantages of smart cards are: high levels of security, larger memory, prevents fraud, reliability, information security, privacy, ease of use, reduced cost for operators and users. Types of smart cards. The categorization of smart cards depends on various factors, like the way the card reads and writes data, the type of embedded chip, and the chip's capabilities. The various types of smart cards are: Contact smart cards. Contact smart cards are the most common smart cards. These cards require physical contact with the card reader. These cards are inserted into the card reader, which reads the information stored on the contact plate and carries out the required transaction. The most common examples of contact smart cards are credit cards, ATM cards, and SIM cards. Contactless smart cards. As the name suggests, these cards do not need physical contact with an interface to make any transaction. They only need to be close to a card reader to be read. There is no need for direct contact. These cards use radio frequencies or near-field communication, NFC, technology to establish a wireless connection. These cards provide hygienic benefits as it removes the risk of the transference of bacteria, viruses, and infection. As a result, the use of contactless smart cards has risen due to the COVID-19 pandemic. A typical example of this type of card is prepaid contactless travel cards used on buses and trains. Hybrid smart cards. These cards are a combination of both the cards mentioned above. They can work as contact smart cards as well as contactless smart cards depending upon the occasion. They have two technologies embedded in them, and each interface connects to different chips with independent modules. Memory smart cards. These cards can store, read, and write data to the chip. The data can be overwritten but can't be modified programmatically as the card is not programmable. These cards have limited usage because of low memory capacities. They are not robust and are used in disposable or single-use products. These cards are of three types: straight memory cards, protected memory cards, and stored value memory cards. Microprocessor smart cards. These cards have a microprocessor embedded into the chip to provide dynamic data processing capabilities. The microprocessor can add, delete, and edit the existing card data. A smart card operating system manages the data and the memory allocation. These cards store a large amount of data due to larger memory spaces. Dual interface smart cards. Similar to hybrid smart cards, these cards also have both contact and contactless options. However, unlike hybrid smart cards, they have only one chip controlling the communication interfaces. How can a smart card be used? Smart cards are used to deliver quick and secure transactions as well as protect personal information. The common uses of smart cards in various industries are as follows. Banking. One of the most common uses of smart cards is payment cards like credit cards and debit cards. Most of these cards are chip and PIN cards that require a PIN, while others are chip and signature cards that require customer signature for verification. In addition, these cards can be used as electronic wallets where you can fill the chip with funds for small purchases like taxi rides, groceries, etc. Smart cards provide the ideal solution for e-commerce transactions as they offer better protection and confidentiality than other financial systems. Healthcare. Rapidly increasing healthcare data poses a challenge to maintain the efficiency of patient care, with some healthcare systems still relying heavily on paper-based data collection and transference. Smart cards address these challenges by providing secure storage and instant access to a patient's medical history. Embedded smart cards provide safe and secure delivery of medical equipment like dialysis machines, blood analyzers, and laser eye surgery equipment. They also help reduce healthcare fraud, facilitate compliance with government initiatives like organ donation, and decrease record maintenance costs. Telecommunication. Subscriber identity molecules, SIM, cards used in mobile phones are reduced-size smart cards. The SIM card utilizes a unique identifier to manage the privileges of each subscriber to identify and bill them correctly. The security provided by SIM cards also prevents wireless providers from fraud. ID verification and access control. Various business offices and universities use smart cards to verify identity. They can offer a tamper-proof solution for companies requiring security demands to store information, like fingerprints. Many U.S. government facilities use contactless readers for access. Information technology. Smart cards can be used as a security token and store certificates for secure web browsing. They enable secure login, authentication of users, storage of digital certificates, credentials, passwords, and sensitive data encryption. These cards make information readily available while maintaining the privacy of individuals and keeping their information secure from unwanted intrusions. Educational institutes. Many schools and colleges also use smart cards for student attendance, tracking books at the library, access to restricted facilities, and transportation services. Students can also use them for payment at canteens, vending machines, etc. This technology also helps reduce the admin burden on staff, free up teaching time, and provide real-time data on student location and behavior. Invisible's clients using smart cards. Apart from these industries, some of our clients are also using smart cards integrated with our electrochromic display technology. Thank you for watching this video.